Happy Friday. How's everybody doing today? Reborn. Are you? Good. Roofing space, everyone? Nobody.
Every space.
Okay, let's go around the room then, right? This is my cup of tea. Construction, raise your hand. Construction. Okay, we've got some construction people in here. All right, beautiful. Flooring.
I'm good. I'm alive.
A little flooring here. Okay, great. Let's go with HVAC, plumbing. Okay,
really
beautiful. Pools, hardscaping, landscaping. Okay.
I hope he's really
Anything? Junk removal.
It doesn't be what they do.
Kind of. No? Demolition. Anybody? No. Okay. Did I miss anyone? Real estate investors?
We should get better.
No. A little bit. Okay. Who did I miss? What was that?
Good.
Painting. Beautiful.
Where'd you get it
Beautiful. Over here. What do we got? Painting. Cleaning. Got it. Digital marketer. And then same. Beautiful. All right. Let's go around the room real quick and ask, we're just going to ask for a little transparency here, a little vulnerability. Gross revenue wise, right? Where are we at? Where are we at? Where we want to be, right? So let's go this year, 2025, you will achieve, raise your hand if you will achieve $1 million in gross revenue in your company. Raise your hand.
Next level.
A few here. Okay. 2 million. Couple. 3. 4. Okay, so we should stop there, right? Okay, got it. All right, cool. Beautiful. All right.
Yeah.
So why don't we go $250,000? Raise your hand. $250,000. All right. 350. 350. Okay. $500,000 this year. $500,000. All right. There's so I've been in construction, by the way, since I was like 12 years old. Let me explain why that is. In the 7th grade, entering the 7th grade, I had just gotten here from Mexico. Okay, so I got here in 1996, Arizona, and I remember I was going to attend this school called Phoenix Prep Academy on 9th Street and Fillmore. I think it's called ASU Academy now. 7th Street and Fillmore. And I remember they needed uniforms, right? It was a navy blue bottom, white top. And I remember, coming over from Mexico, I remember how hard it was for my mom to even have enough for us to be in a place and, have food on the table and clothes on our back. And now we got to go buy uniforms. And every kid that's going back to school likes new shoes, by the way, even if it's just one pair. Every kid they just feel like $1 million when you're going back, right? Here's what you got to make sure that these kids have when they're going back to school. A haircut, right? New shoes, a new outfit, even if it's just one, and hopefully a new backpack. You know what I mean? So I remember I wanted all that. And we didn't have the means at that very moment. And in the same apartment complex, there was 2 dudes that were working construction. A guy named Luis Nunez, and then a dark Mexican dude named, we used to call him El Negro, which means black guy, right? Yeah, Mexicans, we have names for everything, El Güero, El Negro, right? So I asked Luis Nunez, by the way, at this point in my life, I am no stranger to hard work. I've worked door to door selling bread in Mexico. I've bagged groceries in Mexico. Whatever's needed, I did it, right? I did it by this time. So I'm no stranger to work. I asked this guy, Luis Nunez, I said, Luis, hey, what do I got to do to go work with you in Negro, right? And he's like, you're just a kid, man. What are you talking about? I'm around 12 years old. You're just a kid, right? I said, yeah, no, seriously, I need to go work. I need to go make money. By the way, I already knew how to work and make money for myself at that age, right? And he says, well, if you're serious, I can ask the boss, right? I just knew he worked construction. I don't know what type of construction it was. I don't know if it was commercial, residential, whatever. Comes back the next week and says, hey man, I got good news for you. The boss said you can come and work this summer, but I told him you were 16 years old, not 12, right? And you're going to start at the bottom. You're going to be the guy carrying the wheelbarrow, and you're going to clean up anything and everything that goes on the floor. So, boom, I started getting up at 3:30 in the morning, start taking off with these guys, and sure thing, I remember arriving at these houses that were being flipped. It was an investor that was buying, remodeling, and selling houses. Anybody ever done that in their life? How many have you done? 2? Win, lose, break even, how'd you do?
Just slightly over.
Slightly over? Okay. What about you?
10, 12.
Net profit? 10, 12 projects.
Yeah.
Did you win, lose, break even? How'd you do?
It's right during the financial housing crisis, so.
Before 08? Got it.
Right into
Yep.
it. So
Tough gig. Tough gig for sure. Tough gig. Yeah, I think there was a dip about 60 to 70% on the value of the homes at that very moment, from quarter three of 07 to the beginning of 09. You know what I mean? Boom, super dip, right? So anyway, I'm at this construction site now. I'm working, I'm wheelbarrowing everything, and I see this white dude pull up, very nice car. It might have been like a 7 Series black Beamer at that point. And I just remember how everybody perceived him, right? So me and the other Mexicans in the work site, it was always like, hey, come on, let's go do this, let's go do that. Hey, pick that up. Hey, take that to the trash. Hey, we got to leave at this time. Hey, we're taking lunch break at this, blah, blah. But when the boss rolled up, the real estate investor, the flipper, right? Everything just kind of stood still. Boom. It was like some mystical superhero just rolled up. Like as soon as he would get in, it's like everybody, the aura was just different. The energy shifted in that job site. And I remember me entering the 7th grade, working right at this job site. I'm the wheelbarrow kid. And I remember I'm like, that's what I want to do. That's who I want to be. Fast forward into the 8th grade, they make you write an article or a thesis of what you want to do career-wise, right? What do I want to do career-wise? Right? What do you want to be? When you're about to exit the 8th grade, they have you trying to project or foresee who you're going to be or what you're going to do in your life, right? Who remembers that in the 8th grade? When you're exiting the 8th grade, right? It's like, what are you going to be? Let's be honest. Do we really know who the hell we're going to be in the 8th grade or what the hell we're going to do? No, we don't. What was that?
No way.
Exactly. But for some reason, the school system believes that we are that advanced, right? So, okay, I write a paper, and I'm like, okay, I want to be a real estate investor when I grow up. You guys remember subconsciously the way that I was programmed now, right? From working as a 7th grader, entering the 7th grade at this job site working construction, and the way that this guy comes in, I was like, whoa, dude, no one's ever seen something like that. Very special human being. I'm like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to be. So I write the article or the thesis, and I'm like, that's what I want to do in my life, right? And something else. So these were 2 major points in my life, by the way. The other moment in my life was I had just got out of the 3rd grade. I was bagging groceries in Mexico, and I remember getting dropped off. Me and my mom, we took the bus towards where my grandmother lived in Mexico, and it was raining that day. And where I come from, which is Guaymas, Sonora, the dirt, when it rains, it turns into the mud turns into clay. It's like really, really thick. You can barely even walk through it. Like you're literally getting, stuck, and you know what I mean? And I remember we get dropped off about a mile away from where my grandma lives. That's how far the bus went. Everything after that was all dirt. And we're going up, we're walking, and I just remember, how tired and defeated my mother was. She was cleaning hotel rooms in San Carlos Bay for $30 a week, right? And at this point, I'm bagging groceries already, and I'm making $10 to $12 a day. I'm already the breadwinner in my household. No dad. My mom left my dad because he was abusive, coke and alcohol. So we're living with my grandparents. And I remember, about to walk in to my grandmother's house, and it's raining, and I'm this little boy. I don't know how old you are when you're in the third grade, maybe 8 years old, 9 years old. And I remember I stopped my mom and I look up at her, right? And I said, Mom, one day you're never going to have to work ever again. I said, one day I'm gonna take care of you. I said, one day I'm gonna be successful. One day I'm gonna own my own business. I said all that to my mom at that age. That was another very pivotal, crucial time for me that I will always remember, and her and I talk about it all the time. You know what she said? Thank you. You know what she said to me when I said that? This little boy looks up and says this to his mom. She looked down and she says, you know what, son? She's like, yes, you will. Yes, you can. I believe in you. Right? This is a single mom who still doesn't speak English to this day. And fast forward to where we are today. Okay. The year's 2025 now. I started my first successful business venture in 2013. My business partner and I, through National Cash Offer and Property.com, we flipped now over 1,500 houses. Local, Arizona, California, Texas, Nevada. We flipped a lot of houses, and in the year 2017, we did so well in the real estate space that we actually started launching and buying other businesses. Software companies, solar companies, we've owned 2 of those. A BPO, callgeeks.com, started in Mexico, is now in Egypt. What else is out there? National Medical Surplus, we acquired that company in 2019. The guy wanted $700,000. He was in a really tight spot. I negotiated down to $315,000. That company was making $200,000 a month in gross sales. It's still active today, doing between 3 and 4 million with 4 people. It's on autopilot. We've accomplished a lot. We've accomplished a lot. In 2022, our first acquisition in the private equity space was 2019. And in 2022, we completely just stepped into the private equity space. And what we do a lot of now is real estate, blue collar businesses, and education and consulting. That's what we do now. The first time we surpassed $10 million in gross revenue was 2018. And we haven't looked back. Our goal, I told Sal, my business partner, I said, brother, if next year, we don't land between 35 and $50 million in gross revenue, then we're not really living up to our potential. So we've done some really, really cool things in the business world. I think I had a little presentation here, right? I'll just, yep. Okay. I just want you to ask yourself these 3 questions. What drives you? I know it's very cliche, right, to think about our why. Oh, what is my why? But guess what? Truth be told, business, if you guys have been in business long enough, business is like a roller coaster. It's what do they call it? Peaks and valleys, right? Peaks and valleys. Here's business for you, right? Look at this. And then it's like, whoa. And then it's, well, here we go. Okay, we're back up. Oh man, shitty month. Right? Peaks and valleys, roller coaster. By the way, raise your hand if you've experienced that in your business. Everyone. Okay? Let's clear this puppy up. How do you clear this, baby? You can.
Top of the left side is.
Top left?
Down. That one. That one right there. Keep that again.
Okay. But there's a way to just do the whole page.
Yeah.
Yep, just do the whole page. Boom. Okay, let's go black here. All right, thank you. All right, here's what I'm saying. If you don't have a strong enough why, look at, it's all good when, no, eraser, we'll go here, okay.
Normal marker?
Yeah, I got you, right here, I got it. See, it's all good when this is happening, right? It's all good when that's happening. But if you don't have a strong enough why, what's gonna happen when this happens?
Stays down.
That's right. There's a strong possibility you may quit. There's a strong possibility you may be driven into a very, very deep depression, a very, very deep state of anxiety and depression, potentially even become suicidal. If your foundation, which is your why, right? If that's not strong enough, you're never gonna make it. You're never gonna make it. I've had some really strong whys in my life. You know, here's a strong why for me, look. Right there. Oh, and guess what? My wife is 9 weeks pregnant. Another why. Praise God, right? Thank you. Thank you. That right there, truly. You know, and you know, we as entrepreneurs, we're always saying, I do it for my family, that's my why. I want to make sure that they're taken care of. I want to make sure that they don't suffer the way I suffered. I want to make sure they have a roof over their head. I want to make sure that they don't need, right? But then we kill ourselves on one side, and then we totally neglect who we're doing it for in the first place. Because you know what happens when you're building your company, especially if you're between 0 and 3 years or 0 and 3 million, right? If you're in your first 0 to 3 years or 0 to 3 million, you consider a startup. You know what happens in the startup phase?
80%.
It's an all uphill climb. And yes, I believe 80% might actually fail that first year. By the time that 10th year hits, it's almost, I think it's in the 90s, right? So again, here's what happens. Oh, okay, let's just do that, right? So the first thing that we neglect as we're building our companies, self. Specifically, our health. By the way, who's experienced that? Right? It could be physical, like, oh, we're not going to the gym, we're not eating right, but guess what? How about our mental health? How about our spiritual health? How about our emotional health? Be honest. Raise your hand if you've neglected this at some point in your career. I know I have. I have fallen into some deep pits where only God, my family, Klonopin and Paxil got me out. You know what I mean? Where I was numb for months 2017 was the first time I fell deeply into a dark place, and then I bounced back up, and then I fell back in 2019 once again. You know what's the second thing that we neglect as we're building our companies? Family. Specifically, time and presence. Some people are there on the couch, but you're not really there. Who takes business phone calls in the house? Raise your hand if you take business phone. Come on now, we say we're gonna be transparent. This is a very small group, right? Just about everybody. Who takes business phone calls in the house and still has their wife and children in the house? Raise your hand. How old is your kid?
17, 11, and 7.
17, 11, and 7. Okay. Let's do a quick demonstration. Can you come up here for a second? What's your first name?
Justin.
Come up here, brother. Yep. All right. Give it up for Justin, all right? You got your phone on you?
It's in my bag.
It's in your bag? Here, use this one. All right, be on your phone, okay? Ready? Here. All right, ready, guys? Listen. Here is the garage door, okay? Ready? You're coming in through the garage door. You got 11 and 7?
17, 11, 7.
17, 11, and 7. Ready? Hold on. I'm going to be your 7-year-old. Is it a boy or a girl?
Boy.
Boy. Ready? Hold on. Watch this. Okay? All right, so you're going to come in. We're going to be doing a role play here. Ready? Okay? You're going to come in, and you're going to be on a business call. Okay? What does that look like for you? Normally you do, what do you do?
Coaching.
Coaching?
Life coaching.
Okay, so you're on the phone with the client, and they need your time right now. So you're going to role play, and you're going to be on your phone talking to a client as you're coming in. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Daddy!
Hey, yeah, let me, hold on one second. Hey, I'll talk to you in a minute, boy. Hey, yeah, let's keep talking. What's going on, man? Yeah, we can do that.
You know what happens to the 7-year-old, or the 10-year-olds, or the 12-year-olds, or the 13-year-old? Ready? Okay, we're gonna do that in slow motion. Go ahead, put on your phone, push me away a little bit. You're like,
Hold on. Jax, I'll get back to you in a minute.
you ever experienced that?
Yes.
How painful is that?
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, but I do it.
You do it now?
I try not to as much as I can. Been working on it for a couple years now.
Do you feel like your family deserves the best of you or the rest of you?
The best.
Do you think you're giving them the best or the rest?
It's been the rest for a while.
It's just maybe time to change that, you know what I mean?
It is.
Because you officially have one summer with your 17-year-old, 6 summers with your 11-year-olds, and 11 summers left with your 7-year-old, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been my hardest for my 17-year-old. I've been realizing that hard this year.
Well, you're already going to live with some regret with the 17-year-old. You got an 11-year-old and a 7-year-old. Try to not repeat the same mistakes and live with the same type of regret.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Of course.
So are you committing to changing that?
I am.
So we're going to come up with a rule that I started to abide by that changed everything for me. It's very, very simple. Ready? What do you think?
No. I gotta figure it out, but yeah.
What is there to figure out?
I don't have an office. I gotta figure out where to go to do that.
Well, okay. Do you have a home office?
Yeah.
Okay. The kids are in school. Okay. Use your home office. But when the kids are in the house, right, go to the backyard or go to the front yard. And your vortex, right, your little portal should be right here. The garage door or the front door or the back door, right? So it's like, hey brother, I gotta call you back, okay? Yep, about to step into the house real quick. I'm gonna see what's going on with the family. You get what I'm saying?
I do, yeah.
I think one of my media guys is here. Where's he at? Godfrey? Is he still here? What's up, Godfrey? Godfrey, you send me around my family, right? We go to the same church. I mean, what's the behavior like?
Very close. Make your base priority.
Thank you. Right? The word, right? Priority. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I run multiple companies. One of the BPO company I was telling you about has over 450 employees. And I still find the time, right? Or actually, it's not about the time. I create my own time, right? I create the space. I create the space for my family. It's a non-negotiable for me. Right there, no business in the house. It's a very simple rule that I started living by, and my kids have not felt neglected ever since I started applying this back in 2019, which was about 6 years ago. I'm telling you, brother, you do this one thing, and don't get me wrong, it's not gonna happen overnight, right? It's not. But if you start doing this one thing consistently, I promise you in the next 6 months, like, you'll be completely there. You'll be completely there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And your kids and your wife and your children, brother, they won't remember daddy on their phone anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah. They'll remember daddy in the house. They'll remember daddy paying attention. Make sense? Yep. Okay, brother. I'm wishing you the best, okay? God bless you. Absolutely. Get it done. You know, Jason told me this was a little bit of a different type of mastermind, right? Different type of event. Everybody in here is a grinder. Everybody in here is trying to build businesses. Everybody in here is trying to make money. And what we don't realize is that we feel like one thing has to be exchanged for the other. If I don't work hard, then I won't make money. If I don't make money, then I can't provide for my family. My life didn't really begin to change until I started to implement a lot of the stuff that we just discussed here. I had to do it the hard way. I had to fall into depression, anxiety. I had to spend over 160 grand in 2019 with 3 different coaches for the entire year to learn how to do a lot of this stuff because I don't come from this type of background. If anything, my culture is completely different. My culture is the complete opposite of what we just displayed. My culture is about machismo. My culture is about, hey, woman, you shut your mouth. I'm the breadwinner in the house, right? I'm the man. Like, don't bother me. Take the kids. That's what my culture is. And generationally, that runs over and over and over and over. And that's not what I wanted for my family. That's not what I wanted for my baby girls, right? I am the living example to my baby girls of how a man should behave around them. How a man should treat a woman by the way I treat my wife. The respect and the love. You get what I'm saying? Like every single day, I said this the other day, I said, if I were to die tomorrow, I'm proud of 3 things. Number 1, I set an example every single day for my baby girls. Every single day, I set an example every single day for my baby girls. And I've been taking them to school since they started. I got an 8th grader. She just turned 13. I take her to school. We jam out to Red Hot Chili Peppers, Metallica. You know, today was Red Hot Chili Peppers. Music, YouTube, when it does the solo, we do it. We run that all the time. She loves it. We run some Revolution. Anybody listen to Revolution? Revolution, no? Stick Figure, Sat Song, no? Feel good music, right? Uplifting, high energy music. So anyway, 3 things. Number 1, I set an example for my daughters every single day. I'm not some dude up here that is going to sit here and bullshit you like a lot of these guys on social media. They portray, they're so busy building an image, but they're not living it at home. They put everything they have into building that online image. And at home, it's a complete ghost town. It's a graveyard. It's a spiritual graveyard at home. You know what I mean? Number 1, I set an example for my baby girls. Number 2, I retired my wife October of 2016. That is a financial milestone for me. Right? The first one is a generational milestone. The second one is a financial milestone, retiring my wife in October 2016 so that she can run the house. We're a team. What's mine is hers. There's no prenups. We're in this together. We're a team. We make money. We raise the children. You get what I'm saying? Number 3, I retired my mother in March of 2017. I fulfilled my dream and her dream. I fulfilled to her what I promised her when I was 8 years old. I told her she would never have to worry about money ever again. And I was able to do that for her, praise God, March of 2017. And think about it. If I die tomorrow, I think those 3 things for me are something to not regret, you know, like I won't go away with a bunch of regret. And here's what I'm telling you guys also. If you become a better human being and you become a better husband and you become a better father, you're going to kill it in business. You're going to be a 10 times, 20 times better producer. You know why? Why do you think? Can anybody give me feedback, please?
Because your business is a reflection of your life.
Our business is an extension and a reflection of who we are. That's right. That's a great answer. What about you?
A clear head.
Right there. Did you hear that? Mental clarity, spiritual clarity, right? Like your decision making is so much easier. Now it's not about, now you're not making decisions in chaos. You're making decisions in peace and love. So you're gonna make the best decision. Everything. Business ventures, business partners, right? Everything. Who else raised their hand? We'll go here.
Is how you do everything.
Beautiful. How you do one thing is how you do everything. That's right. Sir, did you, the buff guy here? No, you're good? Okay.
No, I was going with the clear mind. I've noticed in the past that my family life is not great. I can't focus on business, work, making money. I've got to fix my family. I've got to fix that home life, that core relationship that I had before I go in and give my all to business. I'm giving my all.
How much better do you perform when your home front is in a good place? You're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. You ask my guys here, we really do, it's about family. Hey bro, I gotta do this, I gotta do, go take care of your family, because I know that if I allow my guys to take care of their families, they're gonna come in and they're gonna crush it. They're gonna crush it. Somebody back there? Yes, sir.
If you pour into them, they'll pour back into you.
Your family? Absolutely. You know, especially for us to have children, right? Is our children's love and our significant other's love, is it conditional or unconditional? It's unconditional. It's unconditional. We're their superheroes, right? We're the people they look up to the most. Isn't that worth setting an example every single day? Isn't that worth putting them up on a pedestal and not the business partners or the business ventures or the customer. We're willing to do all that, and by the time we get home, again, we give them the rest of us, not the best of us. We have it upside down, flipped. There was one more over here? No? We're good. Any questions? Any questions for today? Yes, sir.
How much time would you say that you have that you isolate and dedicate directly to your family at the end of every day?
You know what I do by the way, what I do very, very well is this. Look. I offset. I'll give you an example. This year, we've been grinding. Now, I still go to the office around 10:30. You know, I'm at the gym at 6. I'm dropping off my kids at 7:30, right? Then I go spend almost 2 hours with my wife. Okay, like today, we spent the whole hour. She's reading the Bible. She's drinking her coffee. I'm on the other couch. We're just, after she's done, she's telling me what she got going on biblically. We're talking back and forth. I'm telling her some of the things that I got going on at work. She uses the biblical knowledge, right, to give me advice and feedback on what I got going on.